So, as you can tell, I got this ugly GoPro strapped to my head. We're gonna do some point of view photography, and we just left the hotel. So our first fountain is literally right down the alleyway, and like I said, it's like almost 4 in the morning now. It's like 3:45, so we're gonna beat the crowds at the Trevi. We're gonna go mess around, and hopefully we get some absolute fire shots, so you guys will see shortly. Crazy how many people are actually out and about. So we've hit the first fountain. Keep your hands closed. Yeah. Look right at me. Yeah, that's cute. Do that.
Take a left on POV Servity.
So we're walking with all these folks down creepy alleyways in the middle of the night in Rome. And we're gonna make our way to the Trevi fountain. So hopefully we get some absolute bangers down there. Already got a few decent shots, but we're just kind of warming up. So I'm gonna put this away so I'm not super conspicuous. And yeah, here we go. Don't mind the stupid GoPro, but this is the fountain when there's nobody here. It's crazy during the day. So here's the actual view. Cool so far. This spot has really good lighting here too, so we can probably just snap a couple shots here. Shots. The fountain's super cool. Everything's wet.
My butt's
nice.
wet.
Jen's butt's wet. But we have a $2 euro coin. And the trick is you gotta flick it over your shoulder into the fountain, and it means you'll return to Rome one day. So we're gonna do that.
How are we gonna do it?
Well, we'll just flick it over the shoulder, I think.
Let me touch it so it. See? I touched it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
There we go. It's in there.
Yes, we'll be back.
We're coming back to Rome one day. It's a cool building. Yeah. Alright, we're walking. We're making our way to the Colosseum.
Then in 40 meters, take a left on Piazza dei Sant'Apostoli.
We gotta take a left on Santa Dea Apostoli, so just follow us. We've got 17 minutes to go before we can get to the Colosseum, and hopefully we can get there while the light's really nice and the sun's coming up. It's super cool that we're not like the only weirdos doing this kind of thing. Like, it seems like there's actually a lot of people out even for 4:30 in the morning, which is super neat. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad that it's pretty touristy in that way. Like, it's not out of the norm to see people doing this shit. So anyway, some dude just stumbled. He's probably drunk. He's having fun on vacation.
300 meters, take the stairs on the left.
All of the architecture around here is like so wicked. Every building is cool. Like, look at this. It's unbelievable. There's pillars everywhere. Everything's super old. So in Canada, we're like, you know, we're only 150 years old. I don't know. We're not that old. But here, I bet you half of these buildings are as old as anything in Canada. It's unbelievable. No idea where we are, but we just found like some of the coolest shit around here. So this building behind me is pretty radical. Like, dude, the architecture here is just unbelievable. I can't even wrap my head around it. What a beautiful city. And then there's this giant monument here, which I don't know what it is. It's just a big ass pole. But check this out. I'll show you the whole thing. Obviously these are some kind of old Roman ruins. But wow, dude. Like old pillars. Makes you wonder what this was. You know, some of this stuff is probably 2,000 years old. It just blows me away. And you know what's even crazier? Like, just other than the architecture, look at the trees here. This shit's nuts. I'm so glad we came out at 3:30 in the morning. Like, it's crazy that there's this ugliness right here beside that amazing building. This spot looks kind of cool. I'm gonna take a couple shots of Jenn here with just the leading lines that are going there. It's pretty neat. What a crazy city, man. We just found something super cool. We finally made it. Just look at where we are though. Like, so behind me is this huge building. I have no idea what that is. It's gorgeous though. But if you look behind on this side, all of this is like old ancient architecture. Like old cool stuff. So we've been walking, discovering what's going on. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning, which is just bizarre. There's so many people out and about right now, and it actually doesn't make me feel weird or unsafe. We haven't talked to anybody. Everybody's kind of just leaving us alone. There's people scooting behind me. Like, the nightlife here is unbelievable. So anyhow, ahead of us, do you see? Oh, you can't even see it yet. Straight ahead that way is the Colosseum. So we're about to go and witness a place where history, it's like the history there is unbelievable. Gladiators used to go and fight there. They used to fill it up with water and have like sea battles in there. I don't even want to know how many people died in that place, fighting to the death for the entertainment of other people. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And I'm sure that they probably hear that every 2 seconds here because everybody just loves that movie and quotes it. But like ahead of me, I'm looking at a castle. I'm looking at ruins of, I don't know what the hell this is, but like that is super cool. I'm so thankful that this camera does well at night. But we're gonna try and get some cool photos at the Colosseum. I've looked at that classic, excellent tool called Pinterest to see some ideas for photos to take. Unreal. And honestly, like this blows me away too. Look at the bark on this tree. Like, I must just be the weirdest tourist on the planet because I'm like amazed by the trees here. But they're just so freaking cool. It's so freaking cool. Everything's waking up. There it is. The Colosseum. Whatever it is we're looking at right now, Il Foro della Pace, the Forum of Peace. This is 2,000 years old. This building. 2,000 years old. Not the one behind, but all the stuff down there. That's 2,000-year-old marble from the time of the Romans. Like, dude, it doesn't... Everywhere you look, there's shit that is like... I can't even... You can't even fathom the amount of time that some of this shit's been around here. And it's just been standing. It's a testament to the way that they used to construct things. Like, I'm about to see for the first time in my life, in real life, the Colosseum that has been standing since 70 AD. Like 2,000 years ago. And it's still intact. Obviously they've done some minimal repairs because things happen, right? And they want to keep it nice. But all of that is... It was built in the time when the Roman Empire took over the world. They had control of everything. It's unbelievable, man. I just can't even believe it. And we've seen all of this stuff on movies, you know, like I was talking to an American guy on the plane over here and just explaining to him, like, as a Canadian, you know, for the most part, Canada, a lot of movies are filmed where we're from, in Alberta, but it's like landscape. We have gorgeous landscape, but there's no like monuments in Canada that are particularly like globally known, as far as I know, right? Like the Saddle Dome is kind of a cool thing in Calgary, but like we don't have anything super interesting architecturally. So, you know, you come to a place like this or somewhere in the United States, like you can go and see the Empire State. Every Canadian, everybody in the world knows what the Empire State Building is, or the Statue of Liberty, or the Louvre in France, or the Eiffel Tower. So you come to a place like this, and all of a sudden, everything that you've ever seen in the movies, I'm looking at it right now. Look, that's the Colosseum. Unbelievable. I'm blown away by this place. And as much as it sucks traveling on a plane to get here, like we flew all the way across North America, over the Atlantic Ocean, and then over several countries. We flew over Paris, we flew over a whole bunch of places. Switzerland, the Alps, like 12-hour flight. It was horrendous. But we're here now, and I can't even wrap my head around what we're looking at right now. I'm gonna take some pictures. You guys will see all the edits. Okay, prepare yourself for one of the coolest views I have ever seen in my life. Like, I just want to touch something. As absolutely weird as that is. Okay, behind me, I don't know what this is. This is some other ancient shit over here. The Roman Palatine. There's cats everywhere. Like, look at this. Kitty. Hello, kitty cat. Hi, cat. Yes, hello. And there's little cat doors. Look at this. If you come over here, we've seen like a whole bunch of wild cats, but there's cat doors for them. Where did I see that? Look at this. Cat door. For those little dorks to go hang out in. And behind them is some ancient architecture. So anyways, like I was saying before I got so rudely distracted by the amazing shit I'm seeing, to the left of me is the Colosseum. I'm blown away. Look at how beautiful this is. It's like, holy shit, man. People, like the emperors in Rome used to come and hang out here and watch people die for fun. Unreal. Okay, I'm gonna take some photos, watch, and check this out. Alright, so we've taken a bunch of pictures here. I got a little bit of GoPro footage. I don't know how good any of this is gonna turn out, but obviously you guys can see it here. The sun's coming up behind me. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning now, and I think we're gonna head back to the hotel and start thinking about getting breakfast. So it's been super cool. I can't believe that you've even seen this. Actually, on that note, I need to FaceTime my brother so he can see it. So, see you in a bit. We just got off the phone with Colby. We were FaceTiming him because the Colosseum's right there behind us, looking super cool. The sun's coming up, so the light's changing. I'm gonna try and get a couple snapshots, but before I do, I just wanted to show you this lock wall. Tons of locks, e-scooters all over the place. This is some sort of ancient ruin as well, which is just gnarly. Crazy. Unreal. Anyway, we're gonna try and snap a couple shots before the sun comes up because it's early morning here now. Gotta be 6 in the morning, so see ya. Okay, so it's morning now, but like look at this. You just walk around Rome and there's just ruins of shit everywhere. And look at their weeds. Look at this. That just grows here. Freaking cool. I sound so stupid.
The weeds.
I'm a tourist, big time, but it's super neat just looking at the architecture here and realizing that like people built this thing 2,000 years ago with no cranes, no machinery. They just put this together with manual labor. They just had so many people that they were able to do all this shit, and it blows me away that this is real. Bunch of really cool stuff over this way, and tomorrow we get to take a tour, and that's gonna be super neat. Apparently though, like this thing used to have an awning, and essentially they had pulleys on a bunch of little posts outside of the Colosseum, and they'd pull on the pulleys and it would put a roof on because Italy's so hot. They'd cover everybody in shade. It covered the whole Colosseum, which is just unbelievable. So I can't wait to learn a little bit more about it all tomorrow when we do our tour. I think it's tomorrow. But yeah, gonna be super cool. We're gonna just have an absolute blast. And even just right now, I'm loving this. So we do have to figure out where our tour starts. There's a meeting place. So I'll have to look this evening when we're in bed to figure out where that is, but we're doing that in the morning. So anyway, that'll be super neat. Our first Roman sunrise. There's just fountains everywhere here too. Like everywhere you look, there's fountains, there's cool architecture, and we're gonna start walking back to the hotel now. But holy smokes, okay, you gotta see this too. Just everything that you look at here is beautiful, except for these big yellow walls. Wow, okay, so day 2, unreal. Recap of the day, woke up 1:30 in the morning, got ready, went to the Trevi fountain and took a bunch of photos there because it wasn't busy at 1:30 in the morning. There were still people there though. And actually we didn't get there until probably 3 in the morning because Jen spent some time getting ready, and I was charging batteries and all that kind of stuff. There was still probably 20 people at the fountain at like 3:30 in the morning. And we were there for a while, got a bunch of pictures. So hopefully the GoPro footage turned out and you guys can see what we were doing. Then walked to the Colosseum and the Roman Forum, which was unbelievable. For those of you that don't know, the Roman Forum was where Julius Caesar was cremated, and it was where speeches were held. They killed people there, the gladiators fought there. There was all kinds of stuff that happened at the Roman Forum. It was kind of the central piece of Rome, and just how everything, like where everybody went for like Senate speeches and all kinds of stuff. So super cool. You can see the ruins there. Colosseum was unbelievable. I'm awestruck every single time I look at it, and it's so much bigger than you ever even imagined. We get to go inside of it in 2 days, so you guys will see that as well, because I'm going to take this with me when we go. And after that, we went shopping. Jen bought a purse. We walked all around downtown Rome here. There's so much shopping to do, but because it was Sunday, and obviously Rome being the Catholicism capital of the world, Sunday is God's Day, so everybody was in church and a lot of the places were closed, though a lot of stuff is still open, so you can certainly adventure. We also went and saw the river, which I think is the Trevi, but don't quote me on that. I'll put the correct name in here, and you guys can check that out on your own. I didn't film that. What else did we do? Oh, yeah, so my mother frequented a bar that is kind of cool, actually. So we went down there, had dinner, I had a beer, Jen had a ginger ale, I had a pesto linguine, and Jen had spaghetti carbonara, which both meals were absolutely deadly. And then we walked a little bit more around Rome and finally came back, and our feet are absolutely killing us, so we're getting ready for bed because tomorrow we go to the Vatican City. So we're gonna get another stamp on our passports tomorrow morning, and we get to see the Sistine Chapel and St. Peter's Basilica. Yeah, we're going into the Vatican Museum, so I'm gonna see if I can take my cameras in there. I'm hoping that I can. Everything I read says that I can, except I can't take anything into the Sistine Chapel. So that's where Michelangelo's paintings are, but I might sneak a GoPro in and see if I can get any footage for you guys. Anyway, stay tuned. We're off to bed. We're so tired, and we're finally kind of out of that jet lag stage. So tomorrow we should wake up at normal time instead of 1:30 in the morning. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you on the next video tomorrow, day 3.